Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Bushcraft and Camping Adventures. My name is Craig, and we're out in the thick of it again today. It's been raining for about 5 days straight. Torrential rain, so everything you see here is absolutely saturated. I'm out here for an overnighter, and where I am, well, as you can see, once again, is pretty freaking wild. It's not very well kept, it's not very used to having people through here, and it should be a really good trip. So I hope you enjoy it. There's going to be lots to look forward to in this trip. Got a few big announcements to make. It's going to be rather exciting. But look, you're going to watch, so don't go anywhere. Hold on tight. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to be splitting the campsite again over two spots. I'm on a downward slope here, but I've got a bit of a rocky outcrop covered in, decades or whatever of kif and leaf litter and twigs and all that kind of stuff. So the good thing about that is it gives me a little bit of a flat area, but nothing's quite large enough for just the tent. Sorry, nothing's quite large enough for the tent and the fire and the seat and all that. So I'm going to clear this area here. I'm right at the back of the tent here. The tent will go forward from here with a slight downward slope, and that will allow for that nice, sleeping slope that I like. And then to the left here, I'm going to have my seat. It's a nice rock there. That'll be a bit of a heat reflector, and I can set up there and relax. So again, much like recent trips where I go in this wild kind of country, I'm going to split the campsite in two. Once again, it's the Aussie summer. You're going to have cicadas twerting, chirping, I think is the word I'm looking for, their heads off. So, a couple of you mentioned in the comments that it sets off your tinnitus. Sorry guys, I don't control nature. One day I might, but not today. Okay, so that's the footprint done. The area is cleaned out. We should be good to go. I do believe that this is going to be enough room. I do believe this is going to work, so I'm happy with it actually. Now I just need to go and collect some more rocks. There's plenty of rocks around for once. I'm not going to have that problem. Basically, if I can get that in the background, I just need to cordon off each side, either side of that big rock there. So this side, left side, this side, right side, and I just make sure the fire is contained. That's it. But I also want to put a layer of rocks down, of course, because you don't want the ground catching fire underneath the ground. Oh, if you don't know what that is, then you haven't watched enough of my videos. What can I say? Off to get some rocks. Rock and roll. Okay, so when rescuing rocks, I like to call it rescuing rocks because you're rescuing them from obscurity. This is their big break. This is their moment, man. They get to be a YouTube star. Without this, they're nobodies. But anyway, when getting rocks or rescuing rocks, it's a good idea to remember that, oh, look at that little, damn it. Camera's being used. There's an awesome little spider here. Anyway, it's important to remember that rocks are ecosystems too. So rocks aren't just rocks in the ground. There's animals and there's organisms and all sorts of stuff that call the rocks home. So try and pick and choose your rocks from different locations. Don't try and get them from one big rock outcrop if you can help it. it minimizes the impact that you have. If you're super amazingly keen, put them back when you're done. But I'll be really honest, I've never done that. So as you can see, we're dealing with a lot of sandstone here, which actually is going to be good, because I'll do that trick where I crumble the sandstone on the base, and that fills in all the gaps, and it creates a nice rock layer that should stop the fire penetrating too deep. So this will be where the fire pit's going to go, and I'm not going to do the fire pit right now. What I'm going to do is going to have a feed. You're not going to see this feed. This is not for your eyes. This is a secret private feed, aka a feed without a fire. And you know, it's just food, right? So just in case those that are curious, I'm going to eat, actually I have no idea. So you don't get to know. I think you'll survive. If you don't, put in the comments that not knowing what I ate right now killed you. Okay, life's funny in that, isn't it? I know I said you weren't going to know what I was going to eat, but I'm going to have to swear on this one, so prepare for a beep. This is f***ing good. This is really good. Check that out, right? Come on, focus. Please be focused. There we go. Got to put it in front of my beautiful face. Now, I'll flip the camera around so you can read it. It's called Blue Dinosaur Hand-Baked Energy Caramel Choc Chunk Bar with organic cordyceps mushrooms, adaptogen, nootropic. Mate, Blue Dinosaur bars. Absolutely outstanding. So good. I can't believe how good this is. The texture, the taste, man. That's the best bar I've ever eaten. Dates, almond butter, organic coconut, organic caramel, chocolate, organic cacao, organic cordyceps, militaris mushroom powder, pink Himalayan rock salt. Good for immunity, energy, and stamina. Holy crap, Blue Dinosaur, get in touch with me, mate. Sponsor this show. I will eat the crap out of those. Wow. Wow. So one thing that I love about camping is having to be resourceful. Now, this is my possibles pouch. It's a big one. All right, it's actually the top of my backpack. And I don't like having it on the floor because it's got a lot of important items in it. But if you can find a strong limb like this, extend your straps if they will cooperate with you. One through one side. So connect bottom to top. Bottom to top. Get the other one. Also put it through. Connect bottom to top. And I've done it upside down. And don't do it upside down. So then disconnect. This is all part of the process. You're meant to do this bit. If you don't do this, it doesn't work. It's a fact. Look it up. Bushcraftfacts.com tells you. Website may not exist. Why? That's it. I didn't need to tighten it because I'm that kind of dude. Now you can access everything nice and easy. Whoa. Done. The light was on in there. No big deal. Although the sun's out here, I've just spotted a vantage point off towards where I think the weather's coming from. And it looks like there's a shower rolling in. So I've got to get this tent up and I've got to get it up right now. Alright. The race against the rain is won. If the rain comes, I head inside and have a sleep. Jesus. It sinks. Fucking quicksand, man. What the hell? Let's try that again. I'm on an angle. It'll have to do. So I've got to go collect some wood. In conditions like these where it's been raining a lot, you're not going to get a lot of good wood on the ground. So you got to look up in the trees. Now thankfully in this area there's a lot of vines, and vines catch wood like nothing else. So that's really good. I can see a big log, a big branch there, there. There'll be plenty around. But before I go and do that, I promised you guys a big announcement. What's the announcement? What's the announcement? Has it got to do with the channel? Has it not got to do with the channel? Well, why not have both? As you guys know, I'm father of 2, and my beautiful wife and I have been married for, what, 8 years or whatever now? And we've got 2 kids, and the announcement, if you haven't picked it already, is that we're expecting a 3rd. So my wife is pregnant again. So that's really, really cool. Didn't take us long to hit the jackpot, and the poor missus, she's quite crook. Morning sickness is really just 24/7 sickness. She has some days that are worse than others, the poor thing. But you know, the one good thing about feeling crook and vomiting all the time and just queasiness non-stop is that it's a good sign there's a healthy baby. Now for our son Samuel, our firstborn, she wasn't as sick. For our second child is the word I'm looking for, our daughter Harper, she was really sick like this. So indications early would be that we're having another girl, but we don't know. We don't know if we're going to find out or not either. We might leave it for a surprise, although I don't think either of us have that much patience, I guess is the word. We probably wouldn't know, but it'd be cool to be surprised. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so our family is going to turn into a family of 5. We've done the first scans and it's not twins or triplets or anything like that. Like there's a lot of suggestions running around amongst the family that we're going to have twins or triplets, and it doesn't sound like that on an initial scan, so that's really good. I mean, I say really good because 3 kids is going to be awesome, but it's also going to be like, you know, quadruple the love but triple the difficulty, I would assume. People telling me it gets harder after, I mean easier after, you know, from the 3rd onwards, because the kids are older and you get help from the older kids and all that. I don't know, man. I'm yet to see if that unfolds that way. But yeah, so that's really, really cool. Really happy with that. Now, of course, what's going to be the knock-on effect for the channel? Already, the frequency of trips has had to be reduced. Now, thankfully, it's coincided with the Christmas, holiday, New Year period where a lot of channels take a couple of weeks off anyway. And I have taken a few weeks off, and I'm not sure when this video will be uploaded. It might be a month from now. I'm going to have to be really careful with the content and how I basically leak it out, because I may not be able to go on as many trips. If she's pregnant and feeling horrible, it might be a little bit selfish of me to go and leave her to fend for herself with the 2 kids and vomiting and all that stuff. So, I don't know. One thing I can promise you, the channel ain't going anywhere. I've put way too much work into the channel, and I love it way too much to just pack it up and end it. That ain't going to happen. But there may be some adjustments that I don't want, and to be honest with you, I get really scared that if I reduce the frequency of videos, that the channel will lose momentum. If I'm to be brutally honest with you, momentum's been going backwards anyway lately. I used to average a certain amount of views per video, and lately they've dropped. I mean, if you go look at all my videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. I have a solid base that will seemingly watch a video every time, but it's not really increasing that much. So there's not really any momentum anyway. but I get paranoid that if I cut the amount of videos in half to accommodate for my wife and her situation, that the channel will just start going super backwards. So I don't know what to do. It's a little bit tricky. I get a little bit selfish with me things, you know. I find it very hard to let go of them. And this channel is probably the biggest me thing that I have. So I don't want it going anywhere, but we'll see how it goes. Now, once the third child arrives, which I believe will be sometime September-ish, August, September-ish, I think, 2021. Then what happens to the channel? I don't know. Can I leave a wife with 3 children? I guess it comes back to that question of, does the third child kind of chip in and help, and it doesn't really increase the workload that much? I don't know. Like, I love my kids and I'm excited to have another kid. You know, that's 33% more ridiculously awesome love in my life. But man, I don't know how I'm going to do this trip. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I have to cut the content frequency in half and do like 2 a month. But we'll see what happens. This is what goes through my head. Apart from the fact that we're pregnant with the third kid, and what an absolute joy. We're so lucky. My first 2 kids, Samuel and Harper, you guys have heard me go on about them. Like, talk about winning the lotto twice, man. Like, we totally did that with them too. They are outstanding, amazing little kids. So proud to be their dad. And I have no doubt that child number 3 will continue that in whatever way he or she does, you know. So that's the huge announcement. That's the big one. So that's good. So I hope you guys send your positive energy to my missus. If you're in any way inclined, send her, you know, non-vomity vibes and non-queasy vibes, please. The poor girl is suffering, but she's a trooper. She's as tough as they come. She's getting through it. She's struggling, and my heart goes out to her. I'm doing absolutely everything I can to try and make life a bit easier on her. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Now, there's another announcement that ties into this, because whilst I was trying to be, I mean, it's basically some days it's like I'm a single parent. She's completely out. She can't do anything. So I got injured in recent times, and this injury limited me quite severely, and trying to look after the 2 kids with this injury was interesting, and it kind of led to an idea of a type of video that I want to do on the channel. I'm not going to say it now, because I don't want to be talking for 15-20 minutes straight. If I bust this video out into 2 videos, it'll likely be in the second part of this little trip video series thingy. But I've had a really cool idea. I haven't seen anyone else do it on YouTube. It's a bit silly. It's going to look silly. It's going to be weird. People that don't know my channel are going to be like, well, what is wrong with this guy? He's an absolute idiot. And they'll probably be right. But I've had this stupid idea, and you know what? It's my channel, it's me, man. I'm a bit of an idiot sometimes. You know, sometimes that idiocy leads to genius ideas, and sometimes it leads to further idiocy. But I've got an idea. It's going to be called Limits Camping. I'll tell you about it a little bit later. I think I'm not free. Why am I yawning? You know why I'm yawning? Because I'm sleeping in the same bed as my son Samuel. He's 3. It's fine. Doesn't stop tossing and turning, this kid. Like, and he violently tosses and turns, and then he wants to hug you in the middle of the night, and he wants to play with my face in his sleep, and that's really irritating. So I'm getting very broken sleep. Anyway, time to relax for a bit, I think, because sun don't go down for like 4 or 5 hours. The next time you're going to see me, I do believe I'm going to be collecting some wood. Hold on tight. YouTube does not get any more exciting than collecting some wood.